Hello everyone, it's Rita here, and I'm going to work again on the yearly planner, and that is in collaboration with Collage Type and Tatty Treasures. So they have come up with a design for one full year instead of each month getting a kit and, you know, having to wait for the kit to get your next month ready so you can do it this way all for the whole year. Okay, so what I was going to do is just make, I showed you in the last video how to get these pages in. And I was only going to do 4 months, but I think I'm going to do 6 because I can fit 6 in this cover that I'm going to make. So right now I don't have to really worry about which one goes where, but I filled all these with 5 pages, but let me show you in this one. This is the one that's pretty much done. Okay, so this is our January planner, and I also plan to put some tabs along the edge here that January will go on. I don't know if these will fit. I just printed these 50% of the original because they were too big, and I didn't really want to do this on camera, but oh well, I'm just gonna do it. It seemed like every time I turn around I have to go print something else, a different size or a different color, or I don't know, just I think Candace asked about what kind of printer I use, and I use the HP. It's a 3830. That's one of the ones I use, and then I get my ink online, but I buy the cheapest one because most of the time on that one I'm only printing hard to print on things like vellum and stuff like that. Doesn't my Epson doesn't like. And then so I use a Epson oh, can't think of it. Maybe it'll come to me. I should know. Oh, 47, no, I don't know. Anyway, but you never run out of ink. It just lasts and lasts forever. I mean, I do run out of one color, like my black ink is the same black since I started. Then I bought that over a year ago. And the only ones I've had to change is the yellow. And now I have to change magenta. So that's what I'm thinking. I think that's gonna work on there, just like that. Okay. So let me just set that aside. But that's my plan, and this page is covered now. And then we have each one of our. Now this part here we're not using because we don't have those days, but you don't know that when you're printing it out, or you know, unless you figure that all out in advance. But I'm not going to worry about the weeks anymore. I tried to find it online, and there's just different sorts of things, and they all say they start on Monday, and so actually this page doesn't even have them, but we had to start with the first. So anyway, yeah, so I'm not gonna do the week. If I figure it out, I might. Now I've put all the dates in, and I just covered up this part, Saturday and Sunday, because I don't usually write in here on those days. And then this is the next week. And then here's where I decided not to put the week anymore, because it just didn't make sense anyway. I'd rather have projects for this week. Now here I'm missing a number, and I'm not going to reprint all these numbers again and cut them out. So I was planning to just see, I don't know if I have a good one. They didn't stamp as well as I wanted. But I think I'm just going to stamp on scraps, maybe, and just put the date like that. That'll be easy. Or I might even print out the dates in my Word, in Microsoft Word, and, you know, copy and paste until I have enough for every month. Okay, so, and then we have this one here, and this one. Okay, so now here, this only goes to Tuesday the 31st. That's the end of that month, so, of January. So here we can decorate, or, let's see, do I have another extra, like, memo thing? I thought I had one. Or here, we can do something like this. Things to do. You know, if you want to add something in there. But, you know, you could, you don't have to. Now, I found out that I had to have 5 pages to do this. So, I found out I have these left over. Because this is not working like this one sits inside of like this one. And I've been trying to think how that would work. I may try this again in a different. Now I'm thinking again about it. So maybe in the next one, all I have to do is place this and not put dates, I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But anyway, I don't care. I mean, I have these extra pages behind here. I'm sure that I can write notes or put shopping list or things to do back here. You know, for January, there's all kinds of little elements. Here's what I was talking about. Here's a memo, you know, that I could add like down here too, because that one's full. Okay, so also I've put this template on my community page on YouTube. So you have to go to my channel and then go to community page, and then on there we'll have this template. And I shrunk these 2 boxes down. Here's one of the original boxes. I remember it was so big that it wouldn't fit, so I shrunk it down. So if you want to use that, or you can get your own template, there's tons of them also online. It's just that I just didn't want to mess with, do you have to pay for this one, or is it a free one, or, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, so here's January, and it doesn't matter. We can make this February. I've got 5 pages in each one. March and April. May, and June. I think I need a couple more pages in that one. Okay, so this part here, decorate any way you want. I want to leave these pockets open here so that, in fact, earlier, let me see if I've got a few. Oh, these are too long. Oh my gosh. I know I have shorter pieces. Well, I can't find any. Okay, so I had these cutoffs here, and I actually put some inside here. So I would have these to match this, or if I was making a journal, a lot of times I'll forget what it looks like, and that's what I plan to do on this section here. In January, whatever journals I make, I plan to write down at least the name of the journal so I can remember what I did, and maybe put a couple scraps in that so I can remember the colors, or whatever you want to put. You've got those pockets there, and you've got them back here. You could also slice this and cover this and have like a journal card that comes out that you can write on. Okay, So now to make the now I measured this and I wanted it a little, it has to be taller because in the spine area we're going to put eyelets. Okay, so we need enough room for the eyelets to go here and this to fit in between the eyelets. I'll show you what I mean here. Okay, so this is 9.5 inches, and I didn't write what I made this. I made this 10.5 inches. Okay, and this one's 2.5, and these are 4 3/4 because this is 4 1/4. And I think that'll, you know, be fine sticking out of the edge, I hope. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is cover them, which I know is boring, but I can't continue on. So I thought I would put this on the front cover. I was thinking I want to fold it over. I guess that would be good for the front cover. It's, you really can't decorate it, but I think that'll be okay though. All right, so I'm going to take this here. Let me just rip that off. I'm just going to give it enough room so that I can fold it around the edge. Okay, that's a piece of scrap there. Okay. So this is just pizza box. It's a pretty good sturdy cardboard. I don't think it needs tons and tons of glue. Okay, just put that on there so we can fold it over. I'm just going to cut these off. About a 1/16 of an inch away from the corner. I also feel like you could do this with a, you know, 12 by 12 paper because of the size of this. But so far, all the 11.5 is working. I'm going to cover this first, and when I put these together on the inside, I will put our tape or whatever I use to hold those together after the fact. I thought it would just be easier to cover them when they're not all put together already. Okay, so there's that one covered. This one, I'm just going to use some plain paper. So this is the same size as you would do a, well, yeah, a, what do you call it, book? I can't think of the name of it. My nails aren't working today. Traveler's Notebook is what I'm trying to think of. It's kind of the same size. And I only made one Traveler's Notebook since I started journaling, and it was like the very second journal I made for a friend's birthday, because I didn't want to make a giant journal, but she loved it because I personalized it, you know. I mean, I knew that she grew up in Oklahoma and that she moved to San Jose, California, and so, you know, I had images of San Jose and just all kinds of things that she liked. That she probably didn't even realize that I knew about. I think that's why it was so interesting for her. I used to do all the journals I made were custom, gifts or custom journals where, you know, people would ask me to make them a journal and they want certain things in it. Or I would just put things in it that I thought were relate to them. It's kind of fun to do it. That's when I used a lot of vintage stuff. Now I don't use as much vintage, and I want to, but it's to incorporate it sometimes. It's just not, unless it's a very, very junky journal, and don't do those very well. Okay, so there's our front and our back, and then this one I'm going to, I think I'm just going to use the same as this. Do I have enough of this? That would be great. Barely. Okay. I was going to make this spine a little smaller, but in order for the eyelets to fit, it needed to be wider. It needed to be, instead of like 2 inches, I had to go 2.5. So I'm just not ready for Thanksgiving. I mean, most of the food is coming from outside, you know, outside source, but still, there's just so much to do. Gotta get somebody over here to move the table, because we can't all fit at my table. I have to put a larger folding type table in. And I can't wait to make my corn recipe, my corn casserole that Patty sent me. It's in the comments. I'm not sure which, where she put that comment, but I'll go back. It's only been a couple videos ago. If anybody needs that recipe, and Patty's quite the cook. I think she has her own, actually, her own webpage or something like that. All right. So that's done. Okay, so here we are. today. I had a sticker stuck on me. I could not get that off. I was trying to put it in the trash. And these are not coming off either. I might have a lot of glue on my desk, I think. Okay. So, turn this upside down. Okay, that's going to be the back, the spine, and the front, right? Front and the back. Okay. So let's see, what do I want to do first? Because if I mark the holes to put the eyelets in, I will be covering them up with what I need to connect these together. So I was hoping to put the eyelets in without it being attached to here. Well, let's see. I was just thinking I could collage inside this. I think I'm going to have to glue this together, or I mean, I'm going to have to put something to hold this together. Okay, so this needs to be like 1/8 of an inch apart. Let me just get a piece of washi to hold them. Just using this cardboard as my guide. And the washi tape to hold it together. Let me get a couple pieces lined up. Let's see, do I have another piece of that cardboard? Yeah, there's a piece. That might be too close. Okay, so there we go. Okay. I'm excited. It's getting there. Okay, so what am I going to put to cover all this? Muslin? Or I could put my papers on here first. I wonder if I should just use coffee dyed. Hold on. Because this, I could mark on it, that way I'll see my, I mean, I like that. if there's just a bunch of static in here or something. It's... Okay. This tape is not going to show. No, it's not, because I'm going to put fabric over that. Okay, do I want to ink it? Much time. Everything takes so much time. I was on the computer this morning, first thing. I can't remember what it was I needed to do. Oh, I was uploading a video, and I needed to get it, you know, description and all that in it. And I thought, I'll do that, then I'll sit down and have a cup of tea, because that's what I'm drinking these days, is tea. I tell you, that 30 minutes went by. I mean, I looked at the clock and I go, 30 minutes? I've already been on the computer that long. It should have taken, 10. But there's always some little glitch, like you push a button and it doesn't go where you, there. It's like it just doesn't do anything. All right. I might take this off as long as I can do it. Just in case it shows through. Okay. Well, that doesn't make sense, does it? I have to have it there, or I lose my... Okay. I give. I need some, like, washi. Some clear washi. I could make some with my washi tape stuff I have. I don't think it's necessary to even cover this, but got my little heater in here because it was freezing. Oh, I forgot to cut the other end off. It's not too smart. Okay. One more piece. I hate it when my copy die doesn't look the same. That one's pretty close. You know, different batches turn out different colors. Sorry, I'm just kind of thinking ahead here. I really didn't think this was going to take this long. I should have pre-cut these too, I guess. I did not think about it. Okay. Almost out of glue. Get some. I think it's getting too late to order your, what do you call it, glue? Art glitter. Jody, one of my subscribers, she lives in Buffalo, New York. They got 5 foot of snow. I don't know if it was last night or the night before, but I heard it on the news that they were getting it. I don't know if I can stand living in that kind of weather, but depends on how you're brought up, I guess. Where I was born, it's cold, but we didn't live there long enough to get much use out of it, or realize, how it was. Okay, so now all I need is a piece of fabric, and then we can punch the holes. Hope this is big enough. Piece of coffee dyed. Oh, great. Pieces. It's not big enough. Sorry, hold on. I was going to put fabric, like a print, but I don't have anything handy. Yeah, let's just go this way with this. This muslin here is not really strong. It's kind of a lightweight muslin. All right, so it's been a while since I've done this, so but it looks like I need to do front and back. Well, even if I just get this done today, let's see, right there and about right there. Okay, I'm sorry. I lost you. My phone rang. So what I did then is covered the inside, and then I found some fabric and I covered the outside. Actually, this way. And so when we close it, it'll look something like that. Okay? Can't get this to lay down. I didn't get enough glue in the seam there. Okay, so now it's time for the eyelets. So what I did was I took my scoreboard and I took a piece of scrap because it's 2.5 inches and I needed 6 holes. And it was like, oh, I don't want to figure that out. So what I did was I did a 1/4 inch on this scrap scores, and it was too small. So then I did 3/8 inch, and the 3/8 is about just right here. So now all I have to do is just mark those holes, mark those spots. So I need to go like a little over here and a little less there to get these. You just have to eyeball it. I'll just put my dots here. Sorry this is taking so long. All right, down here, just can't see it as well. I think it's about right there. I'm just gonna kind of check and see where we are. If it looks straight. No. That's probably because this was going this direction. Okay, now let me see. Yeah, that's the right direction because they're not exact. But so just put a dot on each one of these. All right, so now I have this set at about 3/8 of an inch. I think maybe a little deeper. Let me check that on that. About, actually it's closer to a 1/2 of an inch up. So I want to make sure that my book is going to fit between these holes. I mean, this has to fit in between. So if we're here and here, just doesn't leave a lot of room here for the eyelets to go through. I feel like if I do it at this, yeah, that's going to be way too high. Darn. Okay, let me move this. I don't know what that is, but we just want every one of them to be the same height. So it never tightens and stays there. This contraption works great, but sometimes let me see over here so I can see how far up. Just to be a little bit more. My daughter just called and said she's wanting to come over and drop off stuff. Okay, so I don't know what that number is, but I'm gonna try to punch holes with it. So because we have 6 months, I need 6 eyelets on each. I'm not gonna worry about all those threads, fabric hanging yet. I'll go back and move that out of the way. All right, so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this one. And this one. All right, so I want the pretty part of the eyelet to the outside. I'm just doing a few of these because it take too long. Oh, that is so weird. I don't know why it chewed up my fabric up like that. That is strange. Unless my fabric lifted when I was doing it. Okay, well that's not gonna happen. I mean, I don't like that look. All right, guys, I'm gonna stop and I'll come back and I'll change this fabric out or do something to make this a better situation. I guess I could have made this a little bit bigger, but I think it'll be okay. It's just this deal. So, okay, I will return. I hope this works. But I've never done one of these before, so hey, gotta give it a try. All right, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I'm frog in my throat. Hold on, let me get a sip of tea. I just got up, so. Well, I got up about an hour ago, but I haven't talked to anything or anyone. Okay, so I went ahead and I took this fabric off here because for some reason it chewed it up. Maybe it was turned under. So check that. If you do that, make sure that your eyelet punch is in the right place. Then I took some washi and I went down the edges here where I needed to join these together. And I think that actually looks really better. Darn. Okay, so I was going to leave one eyelet to show you how I did it, but I think you've all probably seen me do eyelets. So I decided that I kind of measured this, and I think like 1.5, maybe a little more than 1.5 of elastic will work, because let's see, I want to tie it on the inside, I believe. There we go. So I thought this too would make just a nice little journal, but I'm wondering if I can get, I'm just going to tie it once in case I need to do it again. Okay. I love making these types of journals with the eyelets and the elastic. I like the idea that you can actually take the pages out. I guess it just depends on what kind of journal it is. Okay. I'm not going to go too long here. I should have cut these in advance. don't know what I'm gonna do next. I don't know if I, whoops. Okay, got that maybe a little short, but I like it to be, you want it to be tight. I don't think I'm gonna do a Christmas. I don't think I'll maybe get it done in time, but I do have a couple other ones that are not at all Christmas. That I thought about doing. I might do, and I kind of want to do an Edith Holden again. You know, I have that book and I just want to get in there and use those. So I thought maybe I'd just do a winter Edith Holden book with her winter sections, because you don't usually use them. It seems like Edith Holden to me is springtime. Yeah, I think I might do that. Oh gosh, come on. And maybe I'll just make like a lap book. Because I haven't made what a true lap book is. I mean, I think all like folios and stuff are considered the same as a lap book in a sense. But I have the cover of Edith Holden, but it's purple, so I don't know how wintry that would look. All right, and then in December, I'll come back and we'll maybe do some decorating or something with this, or I'll just show you what I've done. Oh, my goodness, I tell you. It's a good thing there's bad luck, because I wouldn't have any luck at all. Alrighty. Alright, I'm going to leave those until I'm ready to. I have cut this, I didn't even know it. Okay, so here is January. So January will go here. Whoops. I have to put the whole thing in. I did have a little bit more space than I thought. Okay, so that will be January, and I'll decorate that one. Now, there's not a way I could put two in a section. I thought maybe I could. Okay, and then we'll just call this February, because it doesn't matter at this point. I've just got pages. So you could go ahead and make all your pages up so they're ready to go when you put your calendar together, your planner. So I can always take these out and rearrange if they're not going to look right. You know, it's for my own use, and most of you will do it for your own use. But I think that, you know, you can keep track of a lot of different things in these planners. I mean, at Christmas, I need some more on this page. Christmas time, you could even, you know, have your list of gifts and all kinds of stuff in it. Okay, so there we go. So right now, I was afraid these were too big. So you may want to make them a little smaller. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to put tabs out here, wherever they are. Where are your tab? Let me just glue this on here. So I have these tabs that I made on my Cricut a while back. So let's say this goes on that first page. It's still not going to stick out, so I guess that's okay. Actually, I wasn't going to put them on this page. Because I felt like I'll have to decide. Looks like I got a water spot. I spilled my coffee earlier. My tea. So, I mean, you could put it on here. That way, if you want to use these envelopes for your next 6 months, you've already got them. Now, the envelopes, too, you can use just plain white ones. You can use junk mail ones. I was going to use the junk mail in the beginning. You know, just a way of using them up. But I was trying to get them all the same size so they would fit in each other. And then, of course, they're glued together. I don't want to lose this in there. All right, guys, so that's it. Okay, this is the kit. And there's a lot of stuff in here, elements that you can use throughout the, you know, if you have your birthday, or you can put a date on there and your birthday. There's a wedding, if you had a wedding coming up, spring, whatever you want to use. Okay, so I will do this again in December. Maybe we'll just decorate. It's gonna take me a while to get all of these decorated, but yeah, I like it. Could put a little thing right there. That'd be kind of cute, huh? Little tie. To think about that. Be kind of cute if you put like a charm or something wide enough. I'm just looking to see if I have anything that's open. I mean, you could even put like this little coat hanger there and weave it through. So think about it. Alrighty, so that's it. I'm gonna get these downloaded so you guys can see this video. All right, thanks and have a great day. Bye.